So, guys, here we are, MMA UK News. Obviously, Stoomboy, as always, MMA UK BJJ show. So, talking about SGI10. SGI10's going to be Saturday, May the 7th. Going to be at the usual place, Maryhill Community Halls. Again, a fantastic venue for SGI. It's the home of SGI, so they've always been there. Great venue. Anybody that's ever been at the venue will know what the atmosphere's like. And this atmosphere this time is going to be something a little bit more special because there's going to be pay-per-view at this event. So SGI 10 is going to be the very first time that we've ever had a pay-per-view at SGI. I'd say the last 9 have been building up to this moment. And now obviously is the right time to set up that pay-per-view. So pay-per-view details are on the Scottish Grappling page. So anybody that can't make the event, then head over to Scottish Grappling and get your pay-per-view from there. There's going to be commentators, obviously myself, going to be one of them. I'll be there. And then we're going to have a special guest with me as well. So we'll find out a little bit closer to the time exactly who that's going to be. Fighters are going to come out to their own music as well, which again is a little bit more special because, I mean, anybody, well, Scott knows, obviously being an MMA fighter, walking out to your own music, there's something a little bit more special. It gets the adrenaline pumping and the crowd pumping as well. So we're hoping to see some good walkout music. We're going to probably hear some horrible walkout music as well, which does happen. So, but it's going to be a great night. It's definitely going to be a great night. Tickets as well. Tickets. Make sure you head over to Scottish Grappling. Tickets are available, so take you through to their booking system. So either tickets or pay-per-view, whichever you guys want. So next guest is going to be on the show that night. So Scott Davis of Urban Guerrillas. So Scott's going to be up against Eamon McElhinney of Team Rhino in Limvady. So again, 2 cracking grapplers. Scott just coming off as he was saying, obviously a win, a gold medal, taking a gold medal at the most recent Scottish Open over I believe it was Ravenscraig. So again, it was a big competition, Scott. It was a lot of people was in it.
It was good. We done the one in September. I won that as well.
Yeah.
So I couldn't wait to get back.
Yeah.
I loved the setup was good as well.
Yeah. Scottish Grappling's good. I mean, that's a really, really good setup. I know that there wasn't going to be any spectators at this one. Because if you remember, they were talking about no spectators, and then obviously the Scottish Grappling managed to get the organisers on board to let spectators in, and it was a fucking awesome atmosphere from start to finish.
It was good. You need some spectators.
Yeah. I said during lockdown, I remember during the lockdown going to like things like Evolution of Combat and stuff like that. And then I remember there was an Evolution of Combat where there was absolutely nobody there at all. And it was horrible. I mean, it was a good event, don't get me wrong. The event was fantastic, but there was zero atmosphere. I mean, you heard everything that was going on.
I think it would be a bit grim. No.
Yeah. So, and I think when they did eventually let people in, they let about 300 people in, and even 300 people, and it was in I can't remember, the equestrian centre down near Kilmarnock, and with having 300 people there, it was just even 300 took the roof off the place. Do you know what I mean? That was just crazy. Scottish people, we love combat sports,
especially at the events like that, MMA events.
Yeah,
nuts.
Definitely. SGI's the same. Yeah. SGI's the same, Scott. I mean, obviously, as you probably know, obviously, SGI again, it's quite a loud atmosphere. It's a great atmosphere. And then this time we talked about the pay-per-view. It's going to be a little bit more special. As I say, the walkout music and the atmosphere will be crazy. And then you've got Mad John, the DJ John, kicking out trance tunes all night from start to finish.
Nice one.
So, and then what about you then? So far this year, how's training going for yourself then, Scott?
Good. Just been again quite grappling heavy in my training. I've still been in. I was in earlier doing a bit of boxing and stuff like that. I still keep my foot in that. So
yeah.
Plus, I try not to get too just playing jiu-jitsu because I'll get quite lazy and just play. Whereas if I'm training hard like MMA training, I'm never in a bad spot. So
yeah.
That's one thing. I mean, you can't afford to be in a bad spot.
Yeah, I mean, you like to keep yourself in shape as well. We see that obviously your Facebook pictures, as I say, you're definitely in shape. So you're never ever really out of shape at all. You're always doing something. You're always training something, whether it be jiu-jitsu or, as you mentioned, boxing or MMA, weights and stuff like that. So you're always keeping yourself in shape.
I need to be at the gym, even if it's just 3 nights a week, two nights a week. I need to be there.
Yeah.
If I don't, I get sent. I get sent there.
So, mate, that's what my missus does, man. My missus is like, listen, you're in a bad mood, go to the gym. Get out, go to the gym.
My bag's packed, sitting at the front door.
So, oh, that's good. That's good. Then, what about the rest of the team? Obviously, we know the rest of the team. Obviously, one of my good pals, Jack Foot, as I said, I absolutely love him. Patrick, obviously, got loads of time for Patrick as well. Patrick's an awesome guy. I always see him at comps, and he's always there, willing to chat and stuff like that. So, how's the rest of the boys at the gym?
The team's good. There's a right good wee fight team coming on there now.
Yeah.
We've got me, Jack, and Sean. We'll fight MMA, and then we've got a few good kickboxers, Muay Thai boxers.
Yeah.
On the next show, we've got Jack and Sean fighting. Young Callan's fighting for his first title in
Nice.
K1 or Thai, I'm not sure. And then whether or not the other young boys are getting in about it, but it's a good team.
Yeah. And it's a young team as well. I mean, a lot of young guys coming out of Urban Guerrillas, because obviously we know that other gyms have got kind of some older guys, like late 20s, the early 30s and stuff like that, whereas Urban Guerrillas is a lot of the young team are coming out of Urban Guerrillas.
Well, I'm not so young team. I'm 28, so I'm trying to keep up with the young ones now. You actually forget how young like Jack and that is. Forget that they're only 20, 21.
Yeah, yeah. And it's awesome as well. I mean, I absolutely love it, obviously, because that's the new generation coming through. All these young kids. I mean, we talk about kids as young as like 15, 14, 15-year-old, doing amateur fights at 15-year-old, doing amateur fights at 16, and then, do you know what I mean, they've got a crazy career in front of them.
Totally. I wish that was about when I was 16, 17, training like that. But with Jack and that, like I've cornered him for his last few fights, so it's good getting involved like that.
Yeah.
And he's training too. It's good.
Yeah.
I like being involved like that.
Listen, I'm even older than you, mate. The only thing that was kicking about when I was young was karate. Everybody wanted to be Daniel LaRusso. Do you know what I mean? So,
well, I tried my foot in that as well. That's kind of the first thing I started.
yeah.
But that's never lasted.
Aye. I'd say that was about when I was young. The Karate Kid was like the film came out, right? So I remember my dad obviously watched the film, and say me and my brother used to pretend karate in the living room and just kick the shit out of each other. And then my dad's like, right, okay, I'm going to send you to karate. And then what he did was he took me to karate. So we were then learning to kick the shit out of each other. So, and then he would come up the road and he'd be like, right, what did you learn? And then you'd be in there with your kimono on in the living room. My mum would be there, my dad, my gran, and they'd all be sitting around just watching me and my brother just beat the shit out of each other. Do you know what I mean? So that was the only thing.
You might as well learn how to do it right, eh?
Yes. So, but karate was the only thing I was able to do. I would have loved it, jiu-jitsu and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? Like we forget, like kids nowadays have got access to. Do you know what I mean? Like things that even you, when you were 16, you're talking about 12 years ago. So, do you know what I mean? Jiu-jitsu wasn't really a thing in Scotland, and do you know what I mean? You didn't have all the black belts and stuff like that that are kicking about Scotland now. So
we took a trip down to London last year, and it's like our coach Max. It's his coach's gym in London.
Yeah.
And when we went down, it was like a wee kind of seminar, and some of the kids there was unbelievable to watch.
Yeah.
It was frightening.
Yeah.
How good they were.
We've seen that as well. I mean, even coming out of lockdown, we talked about, because when I talk to everybody, would say that the level now is crazy. Do you know what I mean? Like, so, and that's what I always think, like, because obviously the lockdown was there, so nobody was supposed to be training. And then everybody's better now than what they were 2 years ago. And you think, well, what's everybody been doing? Everybody's been, yeah. Where's all this great jiu-jitsu coming from? So, but I mean, that's, as I said, it kind of bears well for the future. So, especially Scotland, obviously us being a small country, we're going to see the benefits of fucking jiu-jitsu grown even bigger than what it already is. So
Yeah, another 5 years. That'll be scary.
terrifying, man, terrifying. So, and then what about you then? So obviously you mentioned obviously the matchup. So matchup SGI10, obviously Eamon McElhinney. So how did you find out then that you were going to be on the card that night then, Scott?
It was the Monday after the Scottish Open. I had opened an email for James, just saying I've got a guy blue belt under 65. Do you want it? Speak to your coaches if it suits. Just messaged him straight away. I was like, yep, I'll take it.
Yeah. Eamon's an awesome kid as well. He's a 19-year-old, obviously Team Rhino. So again, obviously over in Team Rhino under Andy Chapman and the guys there. So really, really good, talented kid. I think he's been jiu-jitsu for a good few years now. So and again, he would want to look forward to in the future. So
Yeah,
so definitely a good matchup between the two of you as well. So
that's good.
a good thing about the SGIs as well, all of these matches are all evenly matched. There's no, because you know yourself, man, you've been in MMA where, I mean, you'll have one guy who's fucking 8-0 and you'll have another guy who's 1-8. Do you know what I mean? So it can be lopsided sometimes, whereas SGI seem to have matched you guys up absolutely perfectly.
Plus, these sort of matches can be split second.
Yeah.
You can't make a mistake, so
Yeah. Yeah.
they're always kind of even that way.
Yeah. So it's definitely a great match to watch. This is going to be a good one to see. Because obviously I've seen you at the comps. Obviously I referee, as you know, obviously at the comps. So I do get to see and I kind of know what's going on. Plus I get updates from fucking. See when I do interviews and I get messages. So oh, you're going to interview this guy, and then people start telling me all about them, and I'm like, yeah, I know a little bit about them, but obviously coaches will tell me and teammates and they'll say, oh, this guy's brilliant and so on. So and as you were no different. As I said, I was getting messages about you, the same as I was getting messages about Eamon. So, but it's brilliant. I mean, it just shows that obviously your people are obviously hold you in high regards, and they're definitely looking forward to seeing you coming out.
That's good. That's appreciated as well. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
definitely. And
Look
then
forward to the match.
what about this year then? So obviously grappling. What's your plan? So obviously SGI10 will be one of your kind of main focuses. So a lot of people as well. I mean, you know yourself, SGI certainly in Scotland, SGI is a goal for most of us to get on SGI. What do you want to see going forward for the rest of the year then, Scott?
Well, my plan this year was just to get in as many comps as I could. SGI was something I wanted to get on, but I didn't know it was this close.
Yeah.
So that's how I jumped at the chance. But this year, I'd like to get in a bit of comps.
Yeah.
Even travel for them. You know what I mean? Get down to England, Ireland, just keep busy.
Yeah.
It's been a good year so far at the comps. I won the Scottish Open, then we done the WKA no-gi. Only had one match on that, but I won that, one gold at that. So it's a good year so far.
Nice. So 2022, I mean, Urban Guerrillas. I mean, obviously, I talk about you guys quite a lot as well. I'd say I absolutely love it because, again, you're one of the teams that are they're growing and growing and growing. Certainly in confidence, their technical ability, and seeing all you guys coming together. And I'd say being a young team as well. This year's going to be an absolutely fantastic year for Urban Guerrillas.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what's in store for everybody else.
Yeah.
Because Jack, he wants to fight every month. So
Jack wants to fight. Yeah, he wants to fight every month, and he wants to fight everybody. So he's absolutely brilliant.
Big Sean, he likes getting in about it as well. So
Yeah,
it'll be good to see what the boys what they get up to.
Definitely.
And they're getting involved in the comps now as well.
Yes.
Which is it's good. It's good to go with a team.
Yeah. No, that's good. I mean, you always come out well represented. As I said, even at the kids' comp we did a few weeks ago, obviously the Urban Guerrillas came through well represented as well. So it's brilliant, absolutely brilliant to see. So, is any of you heading over to the Nationals this weekend?
Ravenscraig.
Yes.
No,
So,
I never signed up for that. Once I knew I was on SGI, I'd rather kind of keep myself fresh.
What about the rest of the team? Some of the team heading over for it?
I think some of the young Andrew and young Dylan might be in it. They're like both about 16. So I think
They'll
it's
be
just
on
them.
Saturday, yeah.
I'm not sure about anybody else. I can't see Jack or Sean or that because they're fighting in a few weeks. So
Yeah. Listen, I'm sure there'll be some represented, so we'll see them on Saturday or Sunday this weekend, definitely. So, and then final thing for you then, Scott. So obviously you've been in the game for a while. So obviously I'm pretty sure you'll have obviously had a good few training partners over the years. So, but anybody you want to shout out to? So any kind of friends, family members, teammates, anything like that?
Everybody in the gym, everybody that's had a cuddle on the ground with me, that's helped me along. Everybody's helped. Since we've kind of got involved with the boys for the Scottish Martial Arts Centre as well.
Yep.
Coming together with them, that's brought my game on a lot as well because we've got wee Barry Monroe and Mad Tam. Again, we get that's good. It's good for me because it's boys my weight that are fast and I've got to keep up that pace.
Yeah.
All the coaches, Barry, Max, Cammy.
Yeah.
Put the time in, put the effort in.
Yeah.
I'll need to say Chloe because she listens to me non-stop moaning.
Do you know, I was laughing because when I was on your Facebook, there's a picture of you. Is it you rear naked choking Chloe? So that's why she's thrown you out. Go to the gym. Go to the gym.
She's flung it now, so I could do this. I wouldn't be. My mum, my brother, they support me whatever I do, whether it's fighting or grappling.
Yeah.
My mum's actually started coming to the comps, but she doesn't watch them. She'll sit like this.
That's like most mums. Most mums.
She would never go to a fight. She would never go to a fight, so she says, "I'll come and watch this." And
yeah. Is she going to be there on May the 7th?
She might be. She'll not watch it, but she'll maybe come.
No, listen, it'll be good to see your family. Good to see all the guys coming out for you. Anybody that comes over, and then obviously we're going to see Jack and so on Budo as well. So, yeah, that'll be good as well. So I know that you mentioned as well you're going to be doing your SGI fight, and then straight away jumping in, getting changed, and then straight over to Budo to watch the boys in Budo.
Yeah, hopefully I'll get us off to a good start. So.
Definitely. Wow. It's going to be an awesome matchup. So there we go, guys. We're going to have Scott Davis, Urban Guerrillas, up against Eamon McElhinney of Team Rhino Limvadi. So two absolutely fantastic grapplers. Again, this is going to be a good one to watch. As I said again, I'm hearing a lot of stuff about Scott. People are messaging me. People are messaging me about Eamon. So as they do with every fighter. So this is going to be an absolute cracking matchup. Very, very evenly matched as well. So we're definitely looking forward to seeing it. So tickets, as I say, get your tickets through Scottish Grappling. Head over to the booking system. Anybody that can't make the event, as I say, there is pay-per-view this time. So make sure you do head over and get that pay-per-view. So there we go, guys. SGI10. May the 7th, Saturday, May the 7th. So, Scott, listen, absolute pleasure, buddy, to talk to you.
No worries. Thanks for having me.
Not a problem, buddy. But listen, we'll speak again on the night. We'll definitely speak again on the night. But enjoy the rest of your training, buddy. All right. We'll see you soon. All right.
Perfect. I'll see you on the 7th.
Take it easy, buddy.
See you later.